and welcome once again to Planeswalker Plus. This week we're going to be drafting. Sadly, Lee's old folks' home wouldn't let him out to come and play with us, so I've had to pad the draft with ringers, such as a pro judge, production crew, and family, because nepotism always pays. But first, let's hear from James from Games Lab about how drafting works. So, James, owner of Games Lab, what should we know about drafting?
So drafting is a great opportunity to open some packs and get more value out of them. Play some Magic with some friends. What should you be doing? Having fun, of course. It's Magic. Come on.
And how does it work?
So you're going to get 3 booster packs of the set that you're drafting. Everyone in the pod will have the same number of packs, the same type of packs. We're going to open just one, take one card. That card is drafted, and then we pass the rest to our left. Person on our right's done the same. We just keep going round. We take one at a time, building a deck as we go.
So what are some tips and tricks? What should we be going for particular cards? What should we do?
It'll really depend on the packs that you're drafting. For example, for Magic 2014, the brand new set from Wizards of the Coast, a subsidiary of Hasbro Industries, the cards are far more straightforward. So you're looking at 2 colours that blend well together. Red-green are good friends, black-white are good friends, etc. Stick to 2 colours. You don't want to be trying to play 5-colour madness. You want to look for 23 good spells across a good curve. You want to have a similar number of 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops, and that's why during the draft you can review what you've done. So you take a pack while you're waiting for your neighbour to draft, you can pick up your previous look, make sure you've got enough, and then put them back before you keep drafting.
Fantastic. Let's play.
So my deck, I've gone for blue-black control. It's a very top-heavy deck. I'm not going to be able to do a lot till about turn 4 or 5.
Hopefully I don't get mana screwed again, but I've gone for my usual heavy drop creatures.
My strategy is to gain life and then crush with all of the creatures until they're dead.
Blue-red, I'm pretty happy with it. I've got a bunch of flyers. Red seemed relatively open.
So my deck is really just built around a really silly combo that I saw, and I'm like, I really want to do this. It's mostly, I'm gaining life, I'm getting creatures because I'm gaining life, and because I'm gaining life, you're losing life.
That was drafting. Shane is totally cheating, or at least Shane is totally winning, which I think pretty much the same thing, right? Brad is doing pretty well, and Viola is doing really well for a newbie. In case you're interested, I lost a whole bunch, except I got a foil Planeswalker. So, let's see what they add to their decks. So, M14 is the fancy new core set that we've got going on. What should our players be looking to add to their standard decks?
So a core set like Magic 2014 has a lot of staples. So you're looking at really solid removal spells, good economic creatures. Yep. So all of the colours will have some zip that I think most of the guys can be finding something useful to be adding to their deck.
M14's changed a bit more about my deck than I expected, especially the sideboard. What it's allowed me to do is allowed me to put a lot more reaction cards in depending on what people are doing. So I've got 4 passivisms in there in the sideboard now, so if people aren't using activated abilities that much, I can have a cheaper lockdown. I've also got my favorite card at the moment, Silence. Now this one allows me to effectively stop a opponent from doing anything that turn bar dropping a land. Using that in combination with my other favorite card from the series, Elite Arcanist, I can effectively copy that card from my hand. If I get 2 Arcanists in the field trying to source a second one, I can stop them from casting spells pretty much ad infinitum unless they burn it in response. There's a lot of lockdown, a lot more than I expected, and I'm hoping that this, combined with sideboard reaction depending on who I'm playing against, is going to make my deck a lot more of a pain to deal with.
Oh yeah. So now that I've had a real good thought about my deck, especially playing draft, I've changed a few things. I've added a good counter aggro just because my deck was very vulnerable early game. I've also got more direct removal, so I can actually tell them, I can say which ones I want to destroy more. And I've also now got good combos with my Extort. So I've got Sanguine Blood, which is every time I gain life, they lose the same amount of life. I've also got a Corrupt, which is for the amount of swamp I have, they lose that life and I gain life. So more life for me, less life for them. I'm still winning, hopefully, and hopefully I can still come up on the top.
Right, where you go, hey, I'm going to play a guy who's not very good, but then I'm going to play a bunch of enchantments on him to make him better.
So my deck is kind of no more. You'll know from the previous episodes that I've been playing a green-red Gruul deck, but, you know, I think black's the new green. There's going to be a lot more sacrificing in my deck, but don't want to give away too much now. You'll have to tune in next time to find out exactly what's going on. See you guys next month.
It's going to be interesting to see how those cards go in their decks next month. Speaking of which, next month we're playing Two-Headed Giant, which will be totally awesome. But in the meantime, if you go to our Facebook page, thanks to Banter Toys, you can win this beautiful Orzhov intro pack, which is currently being played by Shane, who is winning. So make of that what you will. I'll see you then.